Welcome to the James Johnston Football Channel.
I started recording then. Should I keep that in?
If you want.
Hello and welcome back to another Arsenal video. This isn't Premier League, so if you want to feel the pain of two Arsenal fans, keep watching. I'm James Johnston, as always, joined by Tom. Tom, I would ask how you are doing.
Yeah.
I'll ask in general because obviously in terms of how you're doing with Arsenal, I know the answer. But yeah, how are you in general?
Not too bad. Christmas is cancelled.
Yeah.
We've got football to look forward to over the Christmas period.
Have we?
But we haven't.
There we go.
Because we're Arsenal fans. Of course we ain't. We ain't.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else I can say really. We haven't done an Arsenal video since we lost to Wolves, and since then we beat Rapid Vienna, which we knew we would. We lost to Spurs. We beat Dundalk, which we knew we would. We lost to Burnley. Didn't think that would happen.
No.
Southampton, didn't think that would happen. I thought we'd lose that game. And we've just lost to Everton.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, what have we had? I think we've scored. What have we done? Scored one goal. I think we've scored one goal or two. Yeah. In that period.
Yes.
2 goals.
Yes,
we've scored 2 goals
and a penalty.
Yeah, we've scored twice and got 2 red cards. Mm-hmm. I know people were angry with Xhaka for getting his one, but I was quite happy.
Yeah, 2 own goals.
I was quite happy with it.
2 own goals as well.
Yeah, 2 own goals, 2 red cards.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get better. You know, people are saying our captains lack leadership. They're both scoring goals. You know, Holding scored at the weekend. Barrio scored the other day. Both.
Yeah.
You know. No.
He scored twice.
I'm sorry, but I think the role of captain at Arsenal's diminished for years. Aubameyang is not. You know, I'm not a big fan of forwards being captains anyway. I think the only one that was relatively decent was Shearer.
Yeah.
Even then, he didn't win anything, but it was just he was vocal and, you know, he had the presence and the command, I guess, of a changing room. I don't know any other one that's really ever, you know.
No, because even Henry was that was sort of his downfall at Arsenal, wasn't it, when he became captain? Because he sort of got a bit too big for his boots.
That's the thing. Every time someone got given the armband, they always left, didn't they? You know.
Yeah.
Started with him, and it was, you know, I mean, bloody hell.
Fabregas.
Yeah, Gallas getting it should never have happened in a million years. Like, God knows why he got given it. Fabregas, Van Persie, Vermaelen, Koscielny.
Yeah. Vermaelen.
I mean, Mustafi had the armband on the other week, didn't he? I'm like, that's a guy who's openly told you he doesn't want to play for you anymore. So you still pick him.
Yeah.
Still pick him even after he said to you, I don't want to commit to you or play for you anymore. You still pick him. And your headphones died, have they?
Yeah, I could still hear you.
Oh, right, yeah. So
you're slandering Mustafi, which I wholeheartedly agree with.
Yes, yeah. You still pick him, but instead of just picking him, you go, do you know what? I'm going to give you the extra response. I'm going to make you captain of Arsenal Football Club as well.
Yeah. Here you go.
You know, and I know Arsenal, as this big club, is slowly diminishing because the table doesn't lie. You can't profess that Arsenal are a big team. When
no,
yeah, you know, people are going on about that Chelsea stat. Oh, they haven't beat anybody in the top 6 or whatever. I'm like, well, we're not the top 6, so we're 15.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. We had a big team, so don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
we are basically we're essentially Leeds at Villa.
Yes.
We're like, they're big clubs. It's like, no, well, you were in the Championship for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If we go down, we ain't coming straight back up again. We'll be there for ages. These players haven't got the brass to fight relegation. They're not going to be able to play Wednesday, Saturday. They ain't going to be able to do that.
I mean, is this what it's going to take? Is it going to take us getting relegated for Arteta to pick some of the youngsters in the league?
Oh, he'll be gone by then.
because essentially everyone else will leave.
He'll be gone by then. He will be out of the job by then. And plus,
if he gets us relegated, he should stay.
And plus, I don't think the board will stick around if we get relegated either, which I wouldn't mind. I'm like, yeah, go, leave.
Yeah, I think Edu's on his. He's not really. To be fair to him, he's not done much.
No.
But everyone's started to turn on him, outside of a transfer window.
If you said to me one of them has to be sacked now, I would sack him first.
Yeah.
I would sack Edu. I would sack Edu before I sack Arteta, because I'm like, Arteta is basically doing, a YTS scheme at Arsenal. He's doing an apprentice. He's on work experience pretty much. And Edu and all them contributed to 50 odd staff going, all the scouts going, everything else.
Yeah.
He's jumped into bed. He's jumped into bed with this con man, and that's what he is. I'm sorry, Kia Jarabchyan is a con man. Look, if you look at the history of the geezer, he was at Chelsea. Chelsea went, get him out. He's a poison.
Yeah.
He went to Inter Milan. Inter Milan. They're still recovering.
Yeah.
Conte said, I'm still feeling the ramifications from his signings now because I can't sell any of them because of the wages they're all on. And he went, no one's going to buy them. That's us. That's us.
Yeah.
Barcelona after Willian. Sorry, not Willian. He tried to get Willian into Barcelona for years, and they were like,
right.
No. They got Coutinho, and they've said that Coutinho signing, with all those wages and the amount they paid, has skint them. That's why they couldn't buy anybody this summer and everything else. So I'm like, this guy's got a clear track record. He went to Newcastle. Newcastle told him to get out because he was spunking money on stupid people at Newcastle.
Yeah.
I'm like, we've got to reset the entire strategy from top to bottom. I mean, the Kroenke's okay. He's more interested in the LA Rams. We all know this because he spent 1.8. He spent 1.8 billion on them, getting them to where they are, and they got to a Super Bowl, didn't they? And they lost. But I'm like, he cares about that. So this is just like this is a portfolio piece for him. He probably didn't even know we had a game yesterday.
Although wasn't there a thing about the Rams where they sort of did the same thing that we've done at Arsenal, didn't they? They hired a really young coach who had no experience. Yeah. And it sort of went well for them. So he's probably thought, this will go well for Arsenal. But I mean, it's not
because they backed him because they paid 1.8 billion towards it. You pump 1.8 billion into Arsenal, and we probably might do something. But I know we.
I don't know if that 1.8 was buying players. I think did he move them out of the state they were in or something? Didn't he?
Yeah, but
moved it to a whole different state.
All the infrastructure and stuff. Do you know what I mean? They've done more recruiting and stuff like that. I'm like, this is it. Is that and after the transfer window just gone, I wasn't relatively upset. I was like, no, that's not bad. But at the end of the day, Arteta didn't want Partey. He said, I wanted Aouar. So they didn't back Arteta. They didn't give Arteta what he really wanted. He got told, no, you're having Partey, which got no problem with that. But they should have got both. And don't give me this that we didn't have the money for both. You could have. We've got money. We just don't want to spend it because when we do spend it, we spend it really bad.
Yeah, I think the trouble with the Aouar deal is it's that the Leon guy is notoriously difficult to deal with, isn't he?
He's a shitbag. Yeah.
Which is fair play to them, and really we needed Aouar to push the move through, which he wasn't prepared to do. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why we obviously just didn't value Aouar the same as what they did because we obviously could have paid 45 million because we just paid it outright for Partey. So we definitely could have afforded it, but we just didn't want to pay. We offered him like 27 million or something.
The thing is, he had that clause all summer. Why did we do it the last day?
Because we were hoping that Atletico Madrid would negotiate with us, and they were like, "No." It's like, well, we will, but we will pay it. Like we will pay it if you force it, we will pay it. Yeah. And they were like, "No, he's not going to go anyway. You're not going to pay that." Then we paid it. Then they got annoyed with us. And like, well, we told you. Like, you should have negotiated with us. And we would have done this sooner.
The thing is that we're in such a mess that I think he got a harsh rap anyway. But I'm sort of looking. I'm looking forward to Torreira coming back because I'm like, you walk into this team now, they're crap.
Yeah, definitely.
They're
Yeah.
rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
I mean, El Neni, I was praising him after he come back. Thought, oh, you look really good and everything. He's starting to decline again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm like, hang on a sec. Am I being really harsh because this is a £5 million player anyway? What am I expecting from him to do in the first place?
Yeah, exactly.
And Danny Ceballos, don't even go there. I'm like, Jesus Christ, mate, if you've dropped off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because
you are
terrible. He wasn't great, was it? We used to slag him off, and then he come back and he was all right again. Oh, he's left. He's fed up with it.
No. You said turn your lights on. I've turned it on.
Yeah, because we slagged him off. Then he come back in the team and he was good.
Yeah.
And now he's. Well, the trouble he's pretty poor in the first half. Then he comes up and he has a go at him in the second half and he comes back all right.
Yeah.
The trouble is, right, and you can see it. It's a massive. No, it's a massive issue with our midfielders. Is that apart from Partey, none of them can take the ball in the half turn. Like Xhaka can't take it on half. So basically, what happened? The idea of when you pass it out from the back is you give it to your midfielders who turn, but none of our midfielders are capable of doing that. So all that happens is Luis or whoever passed it to the midfielders, they pass it back to them. No one's capable of that. That's Partey can do that.
Yeah.
Do you know? And genuinely, I know Willock come on against Everton. Oddly enough, Willock can do it.
Yeah.
Willock can actually take the ball on the half turn. Ceballos, I don't know about Ceballos. I think he can do it. He just doesn't. He's definitely got the ability to. I just don't think he does it often enough.
The thing is, you say about that though, but there's times where part of me's like, why have a midfield in there? Because you just get David Luiz to try and hit Hollywood balls over the top. I'm like, so
I think that's literally his only option
in the first place.
I think that's his only option.
Yeah,
I think that because he's like, well, I can't pass to these midfielders because they'll just give it back to me.
I mean, I don't want to go into every single game that we've had.
No,
we've had too many, and it's I don't like recounting all the pain, but
yeah,
the most recent one. Now, I freely admit I have made this hill for Eddie Nketiah that I can't get off.
Yeah,
I've backed him too much that if I stop backing him, I'm going to look. Do you know what I mean? But however, I'm like the mess that he got given, and the abuse that I've seen Eddie Nketiah get.
Yeah,
I'm like, don't throw that to him just because Balogun's not getting minutes. The reason Balogun's not getting minutes is because of your manager.
Yeah,
like, lay that into Arteta because he's the only one. He's the one picking the team.
Yeah.
And at the weekend, okay, yes, he snatched at that chance in the first half. He was an idiot, and he had an absolutely terrible game. I will freely admit that was a dreadful, dreadful game. But one, he's inexperienced, and two, he's not going to win anything in the air against Yerry Mina and Michael Keane.
No.
Yerry Mina is 6'5", and Michael Keane, I defy anybody to tell me he's not at least 6'2", 6'3".
Oh, he definitely is.
So what was he going to win in the air against them two? Yet we still keep crossing it. And then he comes out again, and this is where I get fed up with him. And this is where I'm like, no, I do actually think you're going to get sacked as well. The delusion, the sheer delusion of the guy. Oh, no, I dominated. Against Spurs. Oh, we dominated. We just didn't score. We dominated. You didn't dominate. Just because you've won on possession or chances or crosses or whatever, you didn't dominate. The domination's the scoreline. That's the only stat you should be looking at, Mikel, is the scoreline. Because you keep losing. And then it goes back to what we've always said, where why do you keep picking these players? The only reason Willian is being picked is there is a clause in his contract that states he has to have a certain amount of minutes. And because he's too scared to take on Edu and this board and all that appointed him when he was out of his depth to begin with. Let's be fair. Okay, he did brilliantly well, but he is massively out of his depth. He is massively out of his depth. And he's too scared. He's too scared to challenge him.
What do you think the clause is? Is it, he has to play this many minutes, otherwise he gets a certain amount of money?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
I mean, that's got to be the only reason why he played 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Against Everton, because he could have easily come off at half time. If that was Emery, he would have been off at half time.
Thank you.
100%. He would have been off at half time.
Me and you both sat there on WhatsApp and were like, how the fuck? And I will swear because we're not monetized. We were both, how the fuck did you get to have another set?
Yeah.
If me and you played like that on a power league and we had a manager, you ain't getting out there second half. What are you playing?
No. It wasn't good enough for any level of football.
Yeah,
legitimately, any Gallo United, they'd go, no, you're coming off.
Yeah,
you're rubbish.
Your tweet that you put up on Twitter, it had me in hysterics. You were like, Arsenal have been so bad, it's wound up Jamie Redknapp. Jamie Redknapp is angry at how Arsenal are. This is a guy that should be salivating and laughing, going, look at Arsenal line. And he's like, no, this is wrong. I don't like it.
Even Jamie Redknapp's annoyed at how awful Arsenal are. He's an ex-Spurs Liverpool player.
Yeah.
He hates it.
Yeah.
Imagine how we feel. How do you think we feel, Jamie?
Yeah.
You sit there with your fabric tie on. How do you think we feel?
Yeah.
Your bloody woolen knitted tie, whatever it is.
No.
Balenciaga shoes.
It is a complete and utter disgrace. I mean, top to bottom, it's a complete and utter disgrace. I mean, that Vinay, he's got the job because he was the only one left. He shouldn't be. He should be in the job he's in. He was an accountant. He's not a football man. No. He's never been a football man. He's an accountant.
Yeah, I think really, I think mate, his job is probably the business side, and Edu's job is, Edu's the football guy, so his job should be the football side, but he's not done a particularly good job at the football side, which is trouble.
You got one or two ways to go about it, Tom, and I'll tell you the two ways, and you can say to me which one that you would go for, right? So let me just get my phone here quick. So we got Man City, which, to be fair, it's a cup game, so let's just, do I want to win it? Of course I do. But, let's chalk that one up. Chalk that one off. So we got Chelsea Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And then Brighton the Tuesday after, and West Brom.
Yeah.
West Brom. So theoretically, I would go, right, you need 6 points.
Yeah.
Again,
well, it's Brighton and West Brom.
Yeah. I want at least 7, but you got to get me 6. So because if we carry on and we stick with him, because we could lose all 3 of those. Don't get me wrong, the form we're on, we could lose all 3 because Chelsea play better football than us.
Yeah.
Brighton even play better football than us currently.
Yeah.
West Brom, I'm not having
Big
West Brom.
Sam, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, he'll have to put the nail in Arsenal's coffin.
Yeah.
So, and that game against West Brom will be January the 2nd. So, theoretically, a manager wants to come in and put his mark on the team. People keep going, oh, Arsenal have got money, but we don't choose to spend it. So theoretically, you're looking at going, right, to get rid of Arteta, you need to pay him out of 12 million. You need to pay him out £8 million.
Right.
And then to appoint a top manager, you're going to need to spend 12 million.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where you stick with Arteta and go, right, you have to January, but then if he flops come January the 18th when we play Newcastle, if he loses to West Brom, then loses to Palace in the league, and then we got Newcastle when he loses to Newcastle, that will be January the 18th. What manager is going to want to come in then? It's literally, you either pull the plug after Brighton or after West Brom. If you're going to pull it, you need to pull it then. Or
I think if he...
Board has to give him... They have to go to him, right, you can sell as many as you want in January, and they go, you've got 150 to 200 mil to spend in January, which is it's not going to happen.
No. If he doesn't beat Brighton and West Brom, he's got to go. And I think the only person, the easy option for us to replace him is Thierry Henry, because Thierry Henry he'd drop everything to come and manage Arsenal. But I wouldn't give it to, I'd do the Ollie situation. I'd go, come into the end of the season, we'll see how it goes. Because because Henry actually likes Arsenal. I know you're shaking your head because you don't think he's a good manager, do you?
No, he's not good enough. He's not good enough for Arsenal.
Yeah, but was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer good enough for? He got Cardiff relegated.
Yeah, I
managed
know.
in Norway.
I know, but Man United are like a dad who doesn't like their kids. Just give him money, just palm him off so he spends money and leaves.
Not straight away though. Not straight away. Not straight away. They didn't. I just think Henry, if I'm not saying long term, but Henry could come in January, and he could say, "So you know what, Xhaka, I hate you for what you've done to Arsenal." No, honest, no, seriously,
Yeah,
I'm not even joking.
No,
He would say,
I hate you because
he would say Henry wouldn't listen to the board because he'd go, "No, I actually love Arsenal, and what you're doing is wrong." So Ozil, you're going to play regardless of what they say. He'd say, "Willian, you're God. I don't care about the clause of your contract. You're shit." He'd say, "Xhaka, I've never liked you. You're out the team completely." He actually cares. He actually likes Arsenal, so he would
He'd probably
actually make a statement.
He's French. He'd be like, "Yeah, I like
it."
Yeah.
He would go, "Do you know what? You're actually a good player, and you do well in training. So I'm going to play you over these players who have had 15 games this season and produced nothing."
So you would.
That is what Henry would do.
You would take Henry over Allegri, Pochettino.
Pochettino and Allegri aren't going to come to Arsenal. People have this thing, right? Especially Arsenal fans. They go, "Oh yeah, well, why don't we just sack Arteta and go get Allegri?" Why would Allegri come to Arsenal where he's not going to get backed? We're not going to pay him what Allegri wants. We're not going to pay Allegri the £8 million a year, or whatever he'll want. We're not going to do it. We're not going to back him.
We're desperate though. We would pay it. We're desperate.
No, the fans are desperate. The board are not desperate, because if they were desperate, they would have sacked Arteta 2 months ago. They would have sacked him. He would have been long gone. The board, Arsenal are desperate, but the fans are desperate, not the board. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing people need to get into their heads.
That's a great take. That's a really great take.
Well, it's just what people. We are desperate, but me and you are desperate. We're desperate for something to go right. Are the board desperate?
Yeah.
Not really, because it's their money. They don't want to spend their money.
I just look at Thierry Henry, and I think of Alan Shearer when he went to Newcastle, and I'm like, the damage is slightly done, and I'm like,
well, look, you will ruin. I said the same.
You will ruin your legacy if you come in.
I said the same thing about Vieira. To be fair.
Yeah, it ruins every single thing.
Well, look, let's be honest, right?
But he isn't.
Well,
he's in Canada, so it's not far for the Cronkies to have a convo with him if they have to fly in.
No. Honestly, I know people talk about relegation. We're not going to get relegated.
You don't know that, Tom. You don't know that. Tom, no, you can't. On this form, you can't say that. You can't say that. We've lost the second most games next to Sheffield United, mate.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you can't.
Look, I know this, but
you cannot say you're not going to get relegated. No, you can't though. You can't say that.
You've got to look. You've got to be serious now. You've got to look at Sheffield United. No, Sheffield United are definitely going down.
Yes.
West Brom are definitely going to go down. It doesn't matter. They've got Big Sam. They're definitely going to go down. There's two there. So there's one spot. Honestly, there's one spot for me that's in relegation. And I think I think Brighton, they're the same as us. They pass the ball about, but they can't score a goal. Fulham
are playing better football than us.
Yeah, at the minute they are, but Fulham are a team that could go on a run like we have, where we could go on a run like Fulham are on at the minute, and pick up and get a few wins and then pull away from it.
Where's our next 3 points coming from, Tom? Because
nowhere.
I don't see it. I don't see it from Chelsea and Brighton. West Brom maybe, but I'm like, that's too late. That's too late. We're 4 points off now. You're going to drop 6 more. You can't.
Well, this is the thing. I can't see us. If we play the way we're playing now, I can't see us getting any points at all for the rest of the season.
Then what's he got to do? If he stays, what has he got to do?
He's got to pick different bloody players.
Yeah.
Stop picking Willian. For God's sake, what is his problem? You know what I mean? He's got the 9 subs now. His substitutions are awful.
He's a yes
Everything
man,
about him is awful.
Yes man.
I know he's a yes. He is a yes man because he's like, I've got a job. I don't want to be sacked.
That's it.
He is a yes man.
That's it. He knows where his bread's buttered. He's like, no, if I get sacked, I'm not going to get a job for ages.
Yeah.
Who will take him?
Well, look, no one's going to take. He's going to go back to being an assistant manager. That's
Yeah.
what will happen. And he
Yeah.
doesn't want that. He knows if he gets sacked,
He
he
might.
will be an assistant manager.
He might, if Gerrard moves on from Rangers at the end of the season, he might get the Rangers job at a push as an ex-player of Rangers.
Yeah.
You had people going, oh, no. If Tuchel leaves PSG, he's an ex-PSG player. He'll go, PSG won't appoint. He won't even be on PSG's radar.
No.
PSG will get Pochettino before they get him in, because Pochettino used to play for
Yeah.
PSG.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've got a chance with these big managers. What Arteta should do, and I'm going to move this on a bit to the lineups.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
To City, because this is a chance. Okay, it's a League Cup game. We all expect to lose. Okay, we all expect to lose the game. We probably will lose. We don't really care about the League Cup. Okay.
I said we're going to draw and win on penalties, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But that's me.
Right, but we don't care.
Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot.
But realistically, do you really care if we lose to City in the League Cup?
Not really.
But I will care if we lose to City in the League Cup. If he plays Mustafi,
Willian.
if Willian comes back in, if Lacazette plays, that is when I will be upset if we lose to City.
Yeah.
What he needs to do is he needs to go, do you know what? The Europa League team have been doing well, and he needs to play this lineup, okay? This is what I'm going to... Leno has to play in goal because Runnison, to be honest, we bigged him up a little bit, but he is worse than Leno because he's basically Leno but smaller. Essentially, that's what he is.
Leno isn't great, but yeah, if you've got a dwarf Leno, it's not better. No, I agree.
Well, you've got to play Tierney at left back, who has been awful for the last month or so.
Yeah.
He has been dreadful.
Yeah.
Just because he apologises on Twitter does not make him a good player. Okay.
No.
Just because he wanted to fight Alioski does not make him a good player. He has been absolutely awful.
I don't know.
But
I think was he trying to fight Xhaka? Because if he was, we should have let him in.
Yeah.
Someone should have knocked some sense into Xhaka. Should have done it.
Right. So you play Tierney. You play Cedric at right back. None of this Maitland-Niles has to play right back. He is awful at right back. Okay. Just because he's not Bellerin.
In a 4.
Yeah, in a 4.
In the 5,
just because
he was the best player the other day.
He was our best player against Everton.
Yeah,
because he gets to push forwards, and for some reason Arteta goes, I want all my width to come from the wingers, not. So I have all my creative players stood on the touchline rather than in the middle. I get my fullbacks who can't play football to take the space in the middle.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
But anyway, right. So you play Cedric at right back because Maitland-Niles is not a good right back in a 4 just because he's not Bellerin. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what you do? You play Gabriel. He missed a game against Everton. Stick him in. He did. I don't think he played against City. Did? Is that the game he dropped him in, or did he play the City game? He dropped him in one of the. I think it might have been Liverpool. He dropped him.
I can't remember.
He was going, he's new to the league. He shouldn't play. You go, well,
It was the Liverpool
nice
one. Liverpool one, I think.
And then what you do? You play Saliba. Not 100% sure if he's registered, but I think he is.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
Pretty sure. You give him a go. You either give him a go and he does well when he plays more games in the Premier League, or you put him in the team and he plays slightly well. We go, I'm still not sure, but he puts himself in the shop window for decent loan moves. Okay. Then what you play Willock, because like I said, in centre mid, because like I said, he can take the ball on a half turn. He can't do much else, but he can do that. You put Maitland-Niles because he's got the legs in centre midfield, and you play Smith Rowe because he hasn't had a chance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the front 3, you go Martinelli. We know he's a good player, but he needs the minutes. You put Nelson in because he's not Willian, and you play Balogun because I'm sorry, I know you've got to back him, but Balogun is a better option than Nketiah.
Of course he is.
Nketiah,
of course he is. I can admit that. I can admit that because the style of football we're playing. Balogun's the best hold-up striker at the club. He's better than Lacazette at it because he doesn't twerk and move his fat ass.
Fall over.
Aubameyang can't hold the ball up to save his life. He can run on a ball.
No.
He can't hold a ball up.
Yeah.
And then Eddie Nketiah, he's too small. He's too small.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, but Nketiah is just in the way for Balogun here. So what you do is you go, we do want to give you a new contract. Here's a start against City in the League Cup to prove yourself. And that is, Yeah, there you go. There's Man City. This is what it's like in the Premier. Because Man City, they will not play a weak team. They don't have a weak team.
No.
They do not have. No. Their second team is better than our first
team. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
So that It'll be. Look, guys, this is what you're going to be up against in the Premier League. Prove to me that you can do it, and they'll be up for it. That is what you have to do. You do not play the same players that you play in the Premier League to go. We already know that you're rubbish. We know you're going to let us down.
Yeah.
So put these players in, and I will. And like I say, if we lost to City with a lineup like that, I would not be upset because I go, well, at least he tried, and maybe they might they might get battered 5-0. But you go, do you know what? We actually created some chances. I'd rather create chances and play good football, get battered 5-0, than play the way we do and get battered.
Yeah.
We get battered 1-0.
See, for me, the last 2 games he's gone back to the back 5.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to do Leno. I think he's going to.
I mean, that is what this isn't what I think he will do, but this is what he should do.
Yeah, he's going to do. You know, what he should do. I've done sort of the same as you. I've done 4-3.
Yeah.
I've done 4-3-3, but
right.
I've done Bellerin coming back in because he dropped him at the weekend.
Yeah.
Holding and Gabriel because he's not going to play Saliba, in my opinion.
No.
So, and do you know what? On current form, I don't really want David Luiz in there. I think these rumours are true. I do actually believe them.
Yeah.
So I don't want David. I'm like, you're a bit of you. After all that you did to come back and do really well, you're like Xhaka. You're a bad egg now. I don't want you anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be Holding, who, you know, okay. Well, sometimes he is, sometimes he's not.
Yeah.
Gabriel,
the own goal was unfortunate.
Yes. Yeah.
I actually think generally Holding, out of the players that have played, he is genuinely our second best centre back.
Yeah. Gabriel, he's our highest shot taker at the club, so he needs to be, because we need someone who can score. Gabriel has the most shots, so he needs to be in there. I put Tierney at left back.
Yeah.
I've got El Neni in the middle with Maitland-Niles.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's a risk, but still. I've done Smith Rowe at the cam.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've gone, right, Martinelli. I know, like you said, I know you've been injured for a long time. I know that you probably need to be eased in, but we're desperate.
Yeah.
So you're going on the left-hand side where I actually think he's better than people all the time. Oh, Martinelli down the middle. He's better on the wing. He is better. He has
said himself he wants to play on the wing.
Yeah.
Stop saying he's a striker.
No.
You morons.
Yeah. No, he reminds me in a way of like Sanchez, where he will recycle that ball. If he loses it, he's going to bust his ass to run back and get it. So he's going on the left, and then I've done Balogun down the middle because I'm like, what have you got to? You know, everything's gone wrong. So just rip it up and start again. So start him.
Yeah.
Start him. And then you can't drop him. And I know that he's better on the left than he is on the right, but I put Saka on the right.
Yeah. So I just didn't put Saka in because he's played a lot of games.
Oh yeah. Do I want to start Saka? Not really.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? I mean, in an ideal world, I would put Pepe in there. But Pepe's been awful. Okay, he scored a penalty the other, and I love Pepe, but you know he's half-arsing it at the moment.
Yeah, just nothing's going right for him, is it?
They're walking like that. You can't walk. You know, Raheem Sterling said all them Arsenal players are going to get a wake-up call because if you don't run for Mikel Arteta, he's not going to accept it. Well, he accepts it every week.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got the most immobile midfield out of the whole Premier League.
Yeah.
He's got wingers that don't commit to defending.
Yeah.
Look at Willian for that first goal the other day. I'm sorry. Iwobi licked his lips. He thought, bloody hell, I've got nearly 40 minutes to whip this ball in.
Yeah.
He couldn't be asked. He just couldn't be asked.
Yeah. But it's like Walcott said when we played Southampton, you could tell they were scared.
Yeah.
And that is the honest truth.
Yes. Yeah. But that's this is the other thing as well, Tom. This is the other thing that I come back to. Is people go, oh yeah, but James, all you keep doing is, oh, Arsenal are shit. Yeah, because we beat ourselves. These other teams, no one in the Premier League for me this season has blown me away with the football that they've played. Where I've sat there and gone, blooming heck. Like when City had the Centurions and to an extent Liverpool last year before they got beat by Watford. I was watching them going, Oh my God. I was worried they were going to
Yeah.
be the Invincibles. I was like, bloody hell.
Yeah.
No one this season, because it's a mental season anyway, but
Yeah.
there has not been anyone this year that I've sat and watched and gone, bloody hell, they're sensational. And that's even after 7-0 against Palace and 6-2 against Leeds. I think more of that was, well, Palace were absolutely rubbish. They let Liverpool walk all over them. You know, people are talking about, oh, don't you think Southampton have done well? I'm like, well, look at their game against Spurs. Look how high they pushed up. Do you know what I mean? No, we have beaten ourselves because we are absolutely just idiotic. We either overcommit and then don't track back, or when we do track back, it's absolutely awful.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go back to the Villa game. You know, just that's the defending. Keep moving backwards. Keep moving backwards.
Yeah.
No, engage. Stop it at source.
You know, I do rate Holder, but he is the worst at that. He will just let people run at him all day, day long.
Because he's scared he'll get sent off.
Yeah. Which is why I think,
you know for a fact, Rob Holding's like, I want to kick him.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm going to have to. And he's not like David Luiz, where David Luiz gets to the stage where he's like, it's either kick him or something's going to happen. Oh, all right, I'm kicking him then.
Yeah.
Rob Holding generally cares about the collective and the team. So he's like, if I get sent off, it's going to ruin everything. David Luiz cares about David Luiz.
Yeah. Yeah.
He don't care. If he gets sent off, he's like, and?
Yeah.
You know, Gabriel the other day, it was silly, but the second one was a bit soft, but it was silly. And you could tell it hurt him.
The first one was silly, yeah.
Yeah, it hurt him.
Yeah. And so I liked the fact he just walked off. He was like, I know I've been silly.
Mm.
You know, for all the, bloody Andy Townsend and Clive Tilde, going, the first foul, it wasn't for the foul. You idiot, just watch the game. You literally sat there watching it and you don't know what's happening. He got the yellow because he kicked the ball away.
We said it the other day. Jeff Bezos, is it? How much money you got?
Yeah.
You're employing the people that ITV said were too crap.
Yeah, ITV. If ITV don't want you, how have you got a job on Amazon?
Yeah.
You may as well have us too. If you can have Andy Towns, I'd do it just for my expenses. Like, just pay me to get to the game. Pay my expenses to get to the game, and I'll do it for free.
It might be nice to watch a game in the ground. It might be nice to have the experience of sitting on the ground and watching a game. Yeah.
You know what? Just let us do it.
That's the thing. They're so lucky the fans aren't there, because I think if fans were there, Arteta would have been gone after Spurs.
Yeah.
I agree. That 100%. Burnley, they'd have sacked him after Burnley if fans were there.
Yeah.
Oh, weren't fans in for Burnley, or did they lock it down before? I can't remember.
I think they were there for Burnley, actually.
Yeah.
Or was it Southampton?
No, there was no fans at Southampton. Yeah. See, this is why we've taken so long. We just forget as well.
Yeah. But I think you're absolutely right what you said there. It's not working, so you need to rip it up completely and start again. Do I? I say this lineup. Do I think he'll do that? No. What I think he'll do is he'll play Luiz, Mustafi, Bellerin, Kolasinac, who's going to be gone in the summer. He'll play all these players that aren't even going to be there in the summer because their contracts have run out.
Yeah.
He'll keep playing them rather than play the youngsters who need the experience. Does that? If he's not playing the youngsters, right? If he's playing the experienced players, does that give you the feeling that he knows he's going to get sacked? So he knows, like, I haven't got the time to give, I'm not going to be here when these youngsters, these youngsters are not going to benefit from any experience I give to them. I'm not going to benefit from it.
The thing is, Tom, is you look at it.
Or is he an idiot?
It's the latter. If you look at it, Unai Emery gambled on playing Saka, didn't he?
Yeah.
If Arteta was in charge, Saka would never have got a chance.
No.
Saka would never have got in.
No.
He'd have played Mkhitaryan all the time.
Yeah. For all we slagged Emery off, you look back on that and that's bloody good. They were good times under him. I look back now, I think they were good times. They wasn't. Look what he actually did.
Goals and won some games. They weren't good times, Tom. He was dreadful. The thing is,
he was dreadful.
People like Mikel, because he was an ex-captain, he sacrificed his position. He went, okay, I'll go from being a number 10 to being a central midfielder to being a central
for less pay.
For less pay. Yeah, and people liked it. Plus, he can talk.
Yeah.
You know, me and you aren't homosexual men, but he's a very good, he's a very good looking man.
Yeah, he looks
know,
good for the cameras.
You know, he wears his sexy jacket and his little trousers and his jumper. People, you know, people do. People vinegar stroke over hipster type managers. You know, oh,
yeah,
you know, oh, he's Spanish, oh, he's German, oh, he's got this, he's got that.
yeah.
No, for me, do you win games? No, fuck off then.
But look, I'd really
rather have someone
can't.
that looks and speaks like me and wins,
Yeah,
than someone
Yeah,
sexy
yeah.
that looks great, has a nice accent, and everything.
Is Jane McDonald available?
Yes, can we get?
Is Jane...
Oh God, I don't know who that's more of an insult to. I think you need to apologise to Jane McDonald.
I'm not going to.
No, I know. Bless
Well,
her.
look, you know, but the thing is, like, you could tell. I really would like to back Arteta. You could tell because for every single game, I go, "That's it, I've had enough now." But then I come on here and I go, "If he doesn't do this in the next game, that's it. I can't stand it anymore." I really want to back him, but honestly, this is it now. I'm putting it out there. I am Arteta out. If any, you know, if he plays the same rubbish players against City tomorrow,
You know he is.
I am out.
You know he is.
I know
So you might as well say he's out now. You might as well just fully back yourself.
Yeah,
mate.
I tell you, I want to give him the chance. But literally, that's it now. If he plays these awful players again against City in a game that doesn't matter, honestly, he has to go.
The thing is, he'll play the awful players, and they're the ones that should, you know, the likes of Kolasinac and them. You should be wrapping them in cotton wool because you should sell them in January to try and make some money. I don't know who's going to buy them. I don't know. But that's the thing. There are some times where, you know, I've done it before, where my mum's like, "Oh, I'm doing a car boot sale. Is it?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, so I don't want this anymore." Like, sell. And she's like, "No one will buy that." When you turn up on the day, there is an idiot that's thicker than me putting it in there. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, someone's trash is another person's treasure. I mean, look at Mkhitaryan. Would I have bought Mkhitaryan? No.
Yeah.
But Roma did, and he's got the most goal involvements in Serie A. So, you know, was I wrong? I don't think so. I think he's one of the worst players I've ever seen in an Arsenal shirt. I think Willian's pipping him at the moment. But, you know, I think Mikel Silvestra's still at the top. But Mkhitaryan and Willian are very, very close.
I don't know. What about Squillaci?
Yes, Squillaci's up there. Yeah. But we didn't spend big money on him. I'm talking about people we've took from rivals and wasted so much money. I mean, we swapped Sanchez for Mkhitaryan. For God's sake, Sanchez.
Yeah.
Okay, he was an idiot towards the end of his Arsenal time. But I'm like, why was that deal signed off on? What made that go? That's really smart, that is.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it didn't go well for him at United, but if we had kept it, it would have carried on being good for us.
Yep. Well, he said, didn't he, after his first training session under Jose Mourinho, he went, "Can I go back?" He said, "Can I go back?" He's like, "I don't want to be here." He went, "This isn't what I've signed. I didn't want to play. I don't want to play in this."
Should you not get a 14-day cooling off period if you're a player?
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. No.
Can I shock you? I love Arsenal.
Where's my consumer rights? Yeah.
Yeah.
Threw the receipt away.
Yeah.
But no. It's I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that makes me, you know, I don't want anyone to ever get sacked. Especially Arteta. Do you know what I mean? I've got some ounce of love for the guy. I'm like, your honeymoon period's over, mate. The table doesn't lie. We're 4 points away, Tom. 4 points.
Like I said in a previous video, he didn't do particularly well last season either.
No.
You know.
No.
If he didn't win the FA Cup, a lot more fans would be turning on him.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing is, and we said it before. You back him, then we've got to trust they're doing him with money again.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're just going to end up with a bunch of jobbers on loan. You know it. I know it.
Yeah.
They're talking about Isco, Tom. Well, I've already got someone that's Real Madrid's gubbins that puts in a shift once every 8 games. Don't want another one. I don't. We need serious men, and I'm talking like men. Like,
Yeah.
Go get Basuma from Brighton. Go get him.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, we could a relegation rival and
Yeah.
get him.
Yeah, do you know what else? Do you know what else I'd do? I know people will go, oh, Jogger. I would go to Crystal Palace now, and I'd go because Zaha wants to join Arsenal regardless. I'd go to Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
How much is he going to cost? How
Yeah.
much is he going to cost?
Yeah.
And just buy him because
definitely.
you need like we keep saying, you need someone to carry the ball.
Yeah.
You need someone to progress the ball. Like that's what Smith Rowe. That's why we're calling out for Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Just
He can turn on the ball.
Get that ball moving that way.
Yeah.
That way. Just progressive football. Because that's the main bad thing is that Arsenal don't play good football anymore. I'm not excited watching Arsenal play. I'm more excited watching a Thursday game than a Premier League game because we play better football on the Thursday.
Exactly.
And I hate the Europa League. It's awful. I can't stand that competition.
Yeah. Just come on.
Yeah.
Just please.
Yeah.
just please. Honestly, mate, I could not take it if he played Willian against City.
No.
Honestly, if Willian, oh my God, I just get annoyed thinking about it. If Willian and Louise are in that starting 11, you know, I'm looking at, I was just looking at Twitter and laughing. You know, the Arsenal Twitter account keep posting pictures of Smith Rowe. What? Why do you think he's not going to get a chance? Stop posting pictures of Smith Rowe.
You're teasing them.
Stop it! Just stop it! Stop posting pictures of it every day. Oh, they put him up there the other week before the Everton game. Oh, Smith Rowe training in the Flames. He's not going to get a game. He's not. Just stop it, please. Oh, God. Oh.
It's a mess, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got him out there today quoting bloody percentages and all that.
Oh, God.
Like, shut up. Just shut up.
For God's sake.
And again, this is
what are you talking
where
about?
we come back to weak commentators, weak journalists.
Yeah.
I mean, the other week, Charles Watts asked him a very fair question and he sniped at him.
Yeah.
And Charles Watts went, oh, okay then. I'm like, no, go challenge him. Be like that BT guy with Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
I go, no,
He's like, hang on.
Don't be like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Charles said something about the crossing, and then he just went like, oh, well, I'm not going to answer that because I can see your colleagues sniggering. Yeah. And he was like, I'm not even in the room.
Yeah.
Why don't you just see it? Go, well, hang on a minute. I'm sat at home, mate. I'm nowhere near. How can I see what they're doing? I'm sat at home, mate.
I'm on Zoom in my pants. Yeah. What you
yeah. No, just answer my bloody question. I'm not there. What are you talking about?
No, for me as well.
I like Charles.
Yeah, so do I. What I hate is that there's so many people that are like, oh, but he's, all the other managers talk him up. All the other managers say he's great. He can do this. He can do that. And like, you need to trust the process. You need to trust the process. What is the process? This is the thing. Yeah. And do you know what? This is where I'll put the call out. And you might go, oh, no, don't do that. I am willing to have another person come onto the channel and everything with me and you and tell me what they see.
Yeah.
That he's going to turn it round.
Yeah. What is the process? Tell me and you
what it is, because I haven't got a fucking clue.
Yeah. If there's anyone out there, we won't shout at you.
Yeah.
We won't have a slagging match. Just tell us what because we don't know.
The only thing that he has over you and me is that he's an ex-pro and he's been in the game and he's lived it and he's done it.
Yeah.
But I've watched enough football over him. I'm not saying I'm cleverer than him. I'm not, before people twist it and everything else and think I'm an arrogant so-and-so. But tell me what you see, because all I see is a mess that's getting worse and worse. And you can only blame the players for so long because he keeps picking them.
Exactly. The process doesn't involve any of the young players that you're going to have there in the future. So what is the process?
Yeah.
What's the process?
There's all this with, yes, if you said to me, James, do you want the Kroenkes? Of course I do. because I want some to compete now. You have to have the sugar daddy now.
Yeah, get Jay-Z in.
Yeah, whoever you got to pay. You got to pay nearly 300 million a window to compete. That's what all these other clubs are doing. You have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, City have spent nearly 700 million on defenders since Guardiola come in,
Yeah.
and half of them don't even play anymore.
Yeah, their defence is still awful. Does that prove it doesn't work though? Would they go? Yeah, there you go.
Possibly, but you have to do it. That's the level.
Yeah.
That's the level. And I mean, we just dither. We just happy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the thing is that, and I don't like slagging off Arsenal fans, but the expectation's been dropped so low.
Yeah.
And that's from when Wenger was there. And, you know, everyone talks glowingly about Wenger. You've got to remember that guy took over 120 million out of this club, 10 million a season that he dragged.
Yeah.
You know, he was dragging that on. He was dragging that on for a bloody long time, longer than he should have
Yeah,
been.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Did he always used to get us the top four and everything? Yes. But the majority of the decline, it started when David Dean left, and it carried on when he got full control of everything.
Yeah.
And then he
got worse.
He took it on too much. He took too much
Yeah.
on, and he strung it out for too long of a time. And then we had bloody idiots come in. You know, we had Gazidis, we had Sanelli, we had all these bloody idiots come in and put bang average players on big massive money. We can't shift it, because this is the thing. These next two transfer windows for whoever the manager is massive, because you can start the process of shifting some of these shitters out now. But in the summer, when all their contracts are done, you can really just rip, and go.
Yeah. Because I generally think, you know, people say that you know, the Cronkies don't spend money, and to an extent that is true. But I don't think the issue is the transfer budget. The issue is the wages.
Well,
I think them players are on such high money, we can't afford to pay any other decent players good money.
In 2016, we did nearly 100+ million on Xhaka, Mustafi, and Lucas Perez. That doesn't get talked about enough.
No. But that's what I was saying the other week though. So they do spend the money, but it's the people
idiots. Yeah,
but it's not the Cronkies aren't picking them players.
No,
Some idiot like Gazidis comes along. I want the money for these players, and the Cronkies go, yeah, here's the money. We trust you, and they're getting it wrong every time. So, you know, I don't really. I'm not one of these players who are like, get the Cronkies out, get them out, because they do spend the money. I've said it the other week. They do spend the money.
I mean, this is why. You know, I know I'm very anti-Edu at the moment, but I'm like, well, you have caused the majority of this mess because he's reliant on you, because he's an apprentice manager. But the other thing is that I can't blame Edu for Arsenal's best goalkeeper being sold in the summer.
No,
I can't blame Edu for Mesut Ozil being frozen out. I can't blame Edu for Guendouzi.
No, or Torreira to an extent.
All of them.
Yeah, just think of them two. Them two, surely Guendouzi and Torreira would walk into our midfield.
Yeah, and I mean the players are a disgrace, but it's not all on them. I'm like, what? You're telling me that you go from August, the highs of beating two massive clubs that never in a million years would we think we'd beat. You win the FA Cup, then you win the bloody, you win the Charity Shield, which it's not a trophy, it's a trophy. It's not. Do I count it? Not really, but it's still a trophy. And I'm like, just because your mates don't get included in a team, you drop off like that. Like you're that self-centered.
Yeah.
Like they don't have any personal pride or account. Because I mean, this is the thing you talk about as well. Granit Xhaka, me and you backed that guy, and we got pelters for that. Me and you for backing him. And now I'm like, I should have agreed with them. Because he still hasn't said sorry. Gabriel and Pepe say sorry straight away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to say sorry. Why should I say sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, the fans abused me. The fans were nasty to me. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
They were. They were bang out of order. I agree with you. But you know what? I won't repeat it. But Pepe, look at what was put on Pepe's Instagram. You know. The amount of racist stuff that Pepe thrown at him. But he still said sorry because he's a man. He's accountable.
Yeah.
You're the captain of your country. Have some respect for yourself. You're a joke.
or don't have respect for yourself, but just leave.
Oh yeah, one or the other. Yeah. I'm finished, mate.
I
Honestly,
don't want him to apologise. I just want him to go.
I don't want to see him in an Arsenal shirt ever again. I'm being honest. Don't want to see him play for us ever again.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you know, once, yeah, shame on you or whatever it is. Shame on me. I can't remember the saying. I'm too. You know what I mean? That one where it's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Whatever the fuck it is, I can't remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I could sit here and rant all day, but I feel like we're running out of time on the free Zoom recording.
Yes. Yeah, I don't have premium. So,
No.
is there anything else you want to fit in?
I mean, there is more I could say, but maybe save it for another video. For when we lose the next 3 games, we'll do another video. We'll come back after Christmas into the new year and do another video slagging them
worries.
off.
Well, if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And also, like I said, there is the olive branch. If you can tell me and Tom the process and can defend Mikel Arteta and explain why he should stay, what he can do, and everything else, you're welcome to come on. There is the invitation.
Open invitation.
So thank you. Good night. God bless. Merry Christmas.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Dilly dilly. And goodbye.